Girls in South Korea, AI computers were used in making fake porn with their faces in explicit pictures. Who polices the world in such an instance whereby the technology is there to there's no such thing as anonymous internet. In fact, the one thing that is not policed is the internet. You know, who must invade Romania that is practically guilty for hacking every single country in the world. But I want to talk about the America and Mexico. It's kind of sad to realize that a superpower in ancient times and a superpower today is still the same thing. You know, every single country surrounds itself in the network of the superpower to be available to ship goods to the superpower market. That's why even today America is flexing its muscles to show that the whole world is there just to service it. In America, during the 1970s, a person could order drugs from a catalog. You could look at a catalog and pick your cocaine, and it would come in a syringe, or your heroin. And then when they were reforming after the war, some doctor now says drug use is not even prohibited in medicine anymore. You know, imagine how much potential weed had when I tell you that there's no conductor for heat, an oil producer, as much as hemp in weed. So it was also the killing of a market. I understand. So now let's go back to America purchases land from Spain, 15 million euros, probably went together with Britain. Somebody mark my words, that country will be broken up by race. They send Lewis and Clark to go explore the lands that they've purchased. They've bought land with an incomplete map because of it was drawn up by the indigenous groups that were living there. So Sakajuiwia is a 17-year-old who's pregnant, who's going with these guys throughout Central America. They reach outside of 2 states outside of California, and then they realize that okay, this is the way to get to the other side of the ocean. On the way back, the one says, let me go further south and explore. I'll meet you at whatever rendezvous point. Here, two youngins try to rob him for his horse. He shoots them, he runs away. So somebody must ask later on, how did our young boys die, for him to explain himself. So now America is now sending people, inviting them to go and settle in the Indian lands. But now the Indians have to watch these people go through their lands, ruin their pharmacies, stop animal grazing grounds. Watch them, imagine the torture. But they do it. Gold is found. That's a little bit. After these people settle, others become trappers, and then others become trackers on the later role. I think that is where Geronimo fits in. What happens when the gold is found is that America now wants to push all Indians to the reserve, even as far as killing a whole village with children. That's when the whole big war